I think it's time for a long overdue post about why I started 27th Response in the first place. I was a firearms instructor, part of a full-time team, and I grew a real passion not only for teaching, but for firearms as well. And one of the stigmas that I always tried to break was when it came time to qualify or train with firearms at all, we're not doing it with a focus on just maintaining numbers, making sure officers don't drop out and fail, making sure that we just qualify, shooting a bare minimum. I could never understand why in a profession like law enforcement, we would train to the bare minimum. There was very few times I found myself with individuals and agencies that were training that exceeded the minimum, right? So setting up scenarios, setting up courses of fire, setting up training days that not only just met your minimum qualifying standard, but built on those skills, forced people to think, make decisions in real time, and it wasn't always winnable because you're not going to learn if you always win. And I grew a passion for watching people be better after I left them. I think as an instructor, one of the best things you can do is leave somebody better than you find them, right? So I started teaching a lot my last job. It was one of the primary roles we had, and I enjoyed it so much. I started this company while I was still in New York, moved down south, and I'm kicking this thing off, trying to go as full time as I can. So teaching more and more of these courses, these are open enrollment courses. You know, when you're teaching an accountant, it's not the same way as teaching a police officer, as a full-time SWAT guy, as somebody who's in the military, as somebody who is a paramedic or a gym teacher, right? So that delivery kind of changes, but at the end of the day, the mission stays the same. You know, you want to make sure that the people you teach are as safe, responsible, and well informed and educated as you can possibly make them. That's not always going to be a one-day mission or a one-day course, right? That's going to take recurring skills. You can't just go to a personal trainer once a week and see results. You have to keep going back. I think social media is great. I think subscription websites are great. Things like YouTube, Patreon, Instagram, putting drills out there and helping people get better. That's the goal. I want to leave people who enjoy shooting. This isn't a hobby. It's definitely a lifestyle. A, it's not cheap. And B, if you decide to buy a firearm and carry it, you better be training with it and you have signed an unwritten contract with society that you are going to choose to protect people. And the way to do that is through training, decision making, scenario based training, force on force when applicable. And those are the things that I enjoy. It's a passion of mine. And I can't wait to see where this is going to be in a year. So thank you to everybody who has supported me so far and followed along. And to those who are tuning in for the first time or newer to this, thank you for being here. I can't wait to see where this is going to be in the next year.